gonna go ahead and get started now. We'll continue this conversation later, Ian. Awesome. How are people feeling today? Good. All right. Looks like we got a small class pre-Halloween, and also just Friday. People want to go do other things sometimes. So we're gonna go through our typical flow. We're gonna warm up. We're going to do our practice rounds, going through the exercises for today, and then we're going to circuit through them. We got 5 on cue. Before we get started, does anyone have any aches or sorenesses I should be aware of? No? Okay. So what we're going to go do today, we got single leg, single arm deadlifts. We got single arm rows, push-ups, planks, and sidelines. Oops, I forgot to put the alternate for the sidelines on there. What did I put for the alternate there? Oh, I forgot to write it down completely. One sec, you guys. Let me get that. Oh yeah, it's the tricep press. Overhead tricep. Extension. So we'll be going over those. All you need today is a backpack with weights or your own weights to go through the workout. All right. So we'll get to all those when we get there. Ian, you gonna piece?
Yeah, I'll see you guys on Monday.
All right. See you on Monday. Enjoy smashing pumpkins.
Will do. I'll let you know how it goes.
All right. Make a huge mess.
I thought he was talking about the band.
No, he's going to smash pumpkins.
Got it.
All right. See you, Ian. All right. So we got a small class today. Let's get warmed up. Start standing if you're going to be working out on standing. Start sitting if you're going to be working out on sitting primarily. And let's start by taking one hand, put it on your belly, one hand, put it on your chest. Inhale, allow your belly to rise before your chest. Exhale, allow everything to collapse. Focus on that belly breath. Initiate the inhalation from your belly, and then allow the belly to fall as you exhale. And start to really think about what this feels like. Remember what this feels like. And then come back to this belly breathing as we go through the workouts and as we finish up with our stretching session. All right? So carry on with that belly breath as we now side bend your head and neck from one side to the other. So bending your head to the right and then to the left. Getting a gentle stretch in the side of your neck. There we go. And then we're going to add in a gentle side bend all the way down. Reaching down the side, opening things up a little bit more. Still breathing with that belly breath. Working side to side. Good. Now we're going to add in a little twist, starting with your head and neck. Gently turning your head all the way to the right, and then all the way to the left, getting a gentle stretch, like you're trying to look past your shoulder. And then we're going to add in a gentle twist through the whole body, twisting side to side. Allow your hands to help you a little bit, getting into those end ranges of the twist. Good. Next, we're going to take your arms and swing them side to side. Keep your body stationary, though. So look straight ahead. Keep your chest straight ahead. Swing your arms from one side to the other, straight across horizontally. Think like you're slicing the air in half with your hands. And then hinge forward a little bit. Now we're going to slice this way, adding a gentle twist through your body. Doing a little golf swing. There we go. Good. And then we're going to go looking, arching your spine up towards the ceiling. Swing your arms one side to the other while you're looking up at the ceiling. Waving your hands up in the air like you don't care. Good, all right. So come back to the center, and now we're gonna do some body circles, reaching down to the ground in front of you, hinging forward. Bring your arms up overhead as far as you can. Reach, splay your fingers, bring your arms down by your side, hinge back forward. If you're doing this in standing, you're gonna squat down, stand up, extend back, and then squat back down. Good, and then reverse the arm circle. So now, as you come up, your arms come up the side, and you bring them down the front. You're doing this in the chair. We're hinging down to the ground, and then hinging back up as our arms come up the side, and then hinging down as our arms come down the front. Good. Next, we're going to go into some jumping jacks, hopping in place, bring your arms up overhead, and then back down by your side. Your feet hop apart and then together. If the hopping doesn't feel good, you're simply doing, raise your arms up over your head and quickly back down. Good, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Next, we're going to be split jacks. Coming across your body horizontally. We're just moving a little bit quicker now. Giving yourself a big bear hug across your body, alternating top arm, hopping in place. Front foot, one foot in front of the other, and alternating the front foot. And if the hopping doesn't work for you, we're simply just doing this in place, doing back slappers. Good, getting your heart rate up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Next thing is going to be running in place. So for our seated athletes, you're just going to do the arms part. And then for our standing athletes, you're going to do the rest of the running. So we're going to jog in place. Keep your elbow here bent at 90 degrees the entire time. You bring your elbow back and forward, back and forward. You bring your hand by your hip, and then the hand comes up by your face. Hand by your hip, hand up by your face. Jogging in place. Good. We're doing this in sitting. Just pumping your arms. Good. And then next, we're going to start to ramp up the speed. I want you to sprint as fast as you can. So pump your arms, move your feet as fast as you can for a quick burst. All right, let's get ready and start in 3, 2, 1, go. Move your arms and feet as fast as you can. Pump those arms, move those feet. 3, 2, 1, and then jog. Move your arms at a moderate pace. Catch your breath. And then we're going to do another sprint here in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pump your arms and move your feet. There you go. Fast, 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 fast. Pump those arms. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then jog. We got one more sprint left. Jog in place. Pump your arms at a moderate pace. And then we're going to do our last sprint in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go. Move your arms and feet as fast as you can. There we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Done. All right. So everyone's heart rate should be pretty up at this point. How are we feeling? Good. So next up, we're going to go into the practice round. Woo. So first up is the single leg, single arm deadlift. We're gonna go over that one here. So for this one, you can use a weight. Here I got a backpack full of books. If you're using a backpack, make sure that you cinch up the shoulder straps as tight as they can be so that you minimize the play and swing of the backpack so you can get as much range of motion as you can out of the movement. Looking at who's participating today, looks like most of us will be doing this seated, but I'll also show a standing variance for this. So, seated version, we're going to do a single arm deadlift. You're gonna have your backpack off to one side. You're gonna hinge down as best you can. Keep your shoulders wide. Grab hold of your weight, and then bring it up to your lap, and then back down. Pick it up, put it into your lap, and then back down. The key thing is we're trying to emphasize this hip hinge coming from your low back as best as possible. Keeping your shoulders wide, and then from there, pull up, bring it into your lap, back down. Play around with the weights. Some variants of this is you can put a hand in your lap on the other side as an assist to help you up. To make it more challenging, take your hand off your lap and perform hands free. So for our standing athletes, the standard single leg deadlift looks like this, where you're standing on one leg, I'm standing on my left leg, my right leg is my trail leg, I have the weight in my right hand, and I'm hinging down to move my back flat, and then hinge back up. So all the movement comes from my hip. If this is a bit too challenging, I can always take my left hand and put that on a table or something sturdy. And from there, perform that hip hinge on the one leg. There you go. Key thing here, keep the chest wide. That helps keep the spine in neutral. All right, and practice both sides. Make sure you get a good feel for the exercise. All right, any questions on the single leg or single arm deadlift? We good on that? All right, let's move on here. So next up is gonna be the 1-4-1. Oh yeah, and we're gonna be doing everything with the 1-4-1 tempo. All right, forgot to say that at the beginning. I got so excited. I want to just jump into it. The 1-4-1 single arm row. So with this, we're going to hinge forward and then pull the weight up to your hip. Hold here for 4 seconds. And then lower down and then pull back up. And then repeat both sides. All right, so working that with the 1-4-1 tempo. If you choose to do this in standing, you'll hinge forward a little bit. Maybe give yourself a little bit of support, and then from there, pull. And then lower down. Add a challenge. Take your hand off and force the rest of your body to stabilize you. All right, good. How are we doing with those rows? You good on those? All right, let's keep moving here. Next up is a 1-4-1 push-up. So for those of you who feel comfortable transferring down to the ground, we're gonna get down to the ground. And we're gonna perform the push-up. So the 1-4-1 tempo, you're gonna lower down in 1 second, hold the bottom position for 4, and then press up. And then hold for 4 again. So we have some variations here. We can do this from a full push-up position. Press up. We can do this from a knee push-up position. And then we can do this from a hip push-up position. And then we can do this with bolsters underneath our torso. The higher up the bolster is, the easier this will be. The lower down the bolster is, the harder this will be. And then performing the 1-4-1 tempo. There we go. Key thing is keep your elbows within 45 degrees of your body. Avoid flaring them out past that. So from 45 degrees or closer is a good position for your shoulders. For those of us who don't feel comfortable getting down to the floor, you can perform these in standing. So you can always lean up against a stable surface, and then from there, lower down, hold the bottom for 4, and press up. For those of us who are going to perform this in a chair, you lean forward to the base, right to the edge of your base of support. Support yourself with your arms, and then from there, lower down, hold for 4, and then press up. If you need a little bit more challenge than that, you can put your hands on your hips. Lower down, hold there, and then press up. All right. Any questions on the 1-4-1 push-ups? Good on that? Excellent. All right. Next up is going to be the planks. We're going to do this on our forearms.
Yes.
So from here, if you're already on the ground, we're going to transition onto forearms. Then we can hold the full plank variant. We can also go onto the knees. We can go onto the hips. You can also go onto a bolster. Again, just like with the push-up, the higher up the bolster is, the easier this will be. The lower down your torso the bolster is, the harder this will be. Make sure you stay engaged through your shoulders, so think like you're constantly pushing yourself away from the floor. All right, and then for those of us who maybe don't feel comfortable working on the ground, we have the variation in standing, leaning up against a wall or an elevated surface like this table. Breathing, making sure you're, again, engaged through your shoulder blades. Avoid becoming slack through your shoulder blades. Stay engaged. And then similar deal with our seated athletes who want to stay in the chair today. We're going to lean forward and then find the edge of your base of support and then hold there. Practice that belly breathing that we started with today. And keep that engagement through your forearms. All right. Any questions on the planks? Yes.
Yes. I'm used to doing a plank kind of like at the top of a push-up position with the arms straight. And I find I have a challenge doing it on the elbows. Is one harder than the other, or
they're different?
By myself.
Yeah.
They are.
You find that going onto your forearm makes something achy, you can always do the straight arm variants.
Okay. Does it reach different parts of the torso, or
it will change your orientation of gravity a little bit. So going straight arm typically won't challenge your core quite as much.
Got it.
It will force you to stabilize a little bit more through your wrists and through your shoulders a little bit more, because you now have less base of support to work with.
Okay, I'll try it both ways. Thank you.
Good question. All right, and then we're gonna wrap up with the 1-4-1 side lunge for standing athletes who are up for that. Although I'm looking at who's tuned in right now, and I think everyone's gonna be doing an overhead tricep press for this one. So for that overhead tricep press, you can do this sitting on the ground or sitting in the chair. I'm gonna demonstrate sitting on the ground, since a lot of you are gonna be on the ground here. And simply you're gonna sit in whatever position you feel comfortable, whether it be a long sit or a cross-leg sit. You're gonna be up as tall as you can, take your weight, and you're gonna start with it over your head, lower down, hold, try to keep your elbow pointed forward, and then press up, lower down, and then press up. There you go. So we're holding that 4 seconds at the bottom portion of the tricep extension. And then from there, press up out of it, and then come back. And switch sides, make sure you have an appropriate weight for you. If you're having issues with the overhead positioning, we can find alternatives for you. All right. Any questions on the overhead tricep extension? All right. So let's rock and roll, you guys. Let's get ready for the 1-4-1 tempo single leg or single arm deadlifts. Get in position, grab your weights, get your setup, and let's get to it. Let me get my stopwatch set up. All right, and let's get to it, you guys. Let's get started in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go. Working the single arm or single leg deadlift. Keep your chest wide the entire time. Neutral spines or athletic spines. Hinging down and then standing or hinging back up. Hinge down, hinge up. Make your glutes and your low back do the work here. Keep your shoulders wide. Use whatever amount of support you need to accomplish the movement, whether that be putting your hand on a stable surface, or if you're performing this in seated, putting your hand on your lap to give yourself that little bit of added core stability. Make sure if you're doing this in seated, you're picking it up and putting it back into your lap. Oop. And I forgot that we're doing tempos. Right. Switch sides. My bad, you guys. A little off on these deadlifts today. So you're going to be holding at the bottom for 4. And then pick it up, put it in your lap. Lower down, hold the bottom position for 4. and up, and then continue. And up. Good. One more full repetition here. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Done. 1-4-1 single arm rows. Position yourself seated or standing, and then pull up to your hip. Hold for 4. Lower down, and then up. And then keep going. Keep breathing. Doing this in sitting or standing. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Switch sides. Keep it going. Keep breathing. Again, try to keep your chest wide here. Spine neutral. We're almost there. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Transition to your push-ups. Transfer down onto the ground if you feel comfortable with that. I think everyone here is. Good. And then let's work that push-up. Lower down. Hold for 4. And then press up. Working a full push-up variant, knee push-up variant, hip push-up variant, or on a bolster. There you go. Key emphasis is on keeping your shoulders as wide as you can. That helps put your shoulders in an optimal biomechanical position. There we go. Get one more full rep in here. We got 10 seconds left. That's it. Keep working it. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Transition to the plank. You can do this on your forearms or with a straight arm. If you're doing this with straight arms, make sure that you're getting as on top of your wrists as possible. This helps to optimize the demand on your shoulders. The further you are away from being over your wrists, so the further your wrists are in front of you, typically the easier this is on your shoulders. So you can play around with that. Keep breathing. Work that belly breath that we started with. Easy going. Try to make yourself as calm as possible while generating tension. Seems like an oxymoron right there. But keep going. We're almost there. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Done. We're going with the 1-4-1 side lunges or the 1-4-1 overhead tricep extension. You can perform this in seated. Lower down. Pull. And then press up. And press up. There you go. Finish up this rep. 3, 2, 1. And then switch sides. Lower down. And then press up. That's it. Keep going. All right, one more full rep in here. 5 seconds left. Good, and then rest. Put that weight down. Woo. Come back to whatever position feels comfortable to you. Catch your breath. All right. So I fumbled a little bit on those deadlifts on the first go, but I'm gonna make sure we're on point on there this go around, working that 1-4-1 tempo. But otherwise, how are people doing with transitions? Good? Any issues with transitions? All right. Does anyone need any modifications at all at this point? Or are we doing good with all the exercises? Excellent. All right. So catch your breath, get a little bit of water. How are we on this breath break? We got about 10 seconds left. So get one more full inhale, exhale, grab your weights, and then let's get to it, you guys. Let's get started in 5, 4, 3, 2, one. Work that single arm deadlift. So hover the weight off the ground just a little bit. Hold for 4. And lift up into your lap. Lower down. Hold for 4. And up. Lower down. And up into your lap. Keep going with that tempo. Good. Switch sides. Hover off the floor. Keep that hinge. Up into your lap and then lower down. There you go. Good. Get one more full rep in. Good. And then let's go into our single arm rows. This time you're going to hold that top end, pull up to your hip, hold there, lower down, and then back up. Good. Keep up with that tempo, steady breathing, finish up this rep, and then switch sides. All right. And then pull up. There you go. Feel that burn in the back of your shoulders and in your core. Finish up this last repetition. Good. Breathe. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Done. Transition to the floor for your push-ups. So once you're there, again, pick the position that works best for you. And then let's get to it. Lower down. Hold for 4. And then press up. There you go. Good job, you guys. Good job keeping your elbows within 45 degrees of your torso. Really emphasizing good mechanics. The closer your elbows are in, the more emphasize your triceps. The wider they are, it'll start to hit your pectoral muscles a little bit more. Neither is necessarily better than the other. They're just different. We just want to avoid flaring the elbows out. Keep going with this tempo. Keep breathing. Wide chest as you continue with these presses. Good. One more full repetition here. We got less than 10 seconds left. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Done. Let's transition to the planks. So again, taking whatever variant of the plank works best for you, whether that be straight arm or on forearms. And then whether that be on a full plank on your toes, on your knees, or on your hips, or on a bolster. Try to keep your spine as neutral as possible. Avoid popping your hips up into the air or letting them sag excessively down. Try to keep your spine as neutral as possible and breathe. Maintain a steady breath while under tension. Keep engagement through your shoulders, through your hands, through your forearms. Continue to press yourself away from the floor. This will keep you engaged through your shoulder blades. Keep breathing. 10 seconds left. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Done. Transition to the overhead tricep extension. And then let's put that weight over your head. Lower down. Continue with that 1-for-1 tempo. As best you can, try to point your elbow forward. Your body will naturally want to turn that elbow out. Switch sides. The more you point your elbow forward, this will emphasize your triceps even more and also work on engaging your rotator cuff. Your rotator cuff is a very important shoulder stabilizer. So if we have opportunities to train it, let's train it. Oops. Let's turn on my stop. Keep going. Keep breathing. Work that tempo as again, best you can. Keep your elbow forward. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Done. Take a rest break. All right. 2 rounds down, 2 to go. How are we doing? How are triceps? Good. The tricep press was the hard one last week.
My plank is sloppy.
Yeah. Do you like the straight arm or the on forearms better?
I actually can do the forearm. I just can't do any version for as long as the period we're doing it for. So,
yeah. Okay,
I'm
so
just
break in the middle.
building up.
And just move at your own pace and then continue to work that belly breath. That's the key part there. All right. Cool. Working on being able to breathe under control when you're under stress. Useful life skill. All right, let's get to it. Round 3 here. Working the single arm deadlifts, single leg if you're up for it. And let's get going in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Work that 1-4-1 tempo, lower down, hover with your weight just above the ground, hold for 4, and then bring it back up. And then continue with that tempo. Bring it in lap, lower down. Good, one more full rep. And then switch sides. Lower down. There you go. Keep it up, keep going, work that tempo, work on being under control in that bottom position. Good work. Last rep here, last full rep, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Single arm rows. Switch the weight over again and then pull up to your hip. Now hold. And then lower. Keep it going. Keep breathing. Get that squeeze in the back of your shoulder. Hold it tight. Keep breathing. Good. 3, 2, 1. Switch sides. And then lift. Keep it going. Keep breathing as best you can. Hinge forward. The more you hinge forward, it's going to challenge your core a little bit more. I see a good adaptation by supporting the torso with the hand. That is good if you need it. There we go. The idea is to get as much of your body stimulated as possible. There we go. Keep it up. Oh, come on, stopwatch. Work for me. 3, 2, 1. Done. Transition to the push-ups. Transfer down to the ground. And then work the variant that works best for you. Now, if you're feeling fatigued and you're noticing this is a bit hard in the first 2 rounds, you can always take a regression of the push-up. So if you were doing a push-up on your feet or on your knees, you can take the next step down, maybe going onto a bolster or onto your hips. Lower down at the bottom, hold for 4, and then press up. When you're at the bottom of that push-up, really emphasize a wide shoulder. You're going to want to collapse your shoulders forward to try to use every single thing that you have, but really try to keep your shoulders back to emphasize optimal shoulder positions. Good. Keep breathing. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Done. Let's transition to the planks. And again, work on breathing while under tension. Work whatever version works for you. Stay engaged. If you need to lower down at the midpoint somewhere, you can lower down and rest for a bit and then get back up once you feel ready. Keep breathing. Engage through your forearms. Push yourself away from the floor. Try to avoid popping your hips up to the ceiling or letting them sag excessively to the ground. Use as much of your core as you can. There we go. Keep breathing. Stay engaged. Try to emphasize that belly breath. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Done. All right. Lower down. Transition to your tricep overhead press. Grab your weights. Push up overhead, lower down. Whoop, got stuck on my shoulder. And then hold. And then press up. And then try to keep your elbow forward as best as you can. Ooh, this is a good one. Good, switch sides. And lower down. All right, the cat wants to come lift. I like it. Ooh. There we go. Last rep. And rest. Good job, you guys. Woo. Oh, that's so cute. Maybe you can lift your cat. That is definitely a first for Adaptive Fit, the cat press. Good job, you guys. How are we feeling after 3 rounds? Good? So yeah, take this moment, catch your breath. If you got water close by you, take some sips, stay hydrated. Slow everything down a little bit before we ramp it up one more time, and then we're gonna finish up with a nice stretch sesh. Good, get a few more nice big inhales and exhales. All right, and let's get started with those deadlifts. 1-4-1 tempo, starting in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Done. Hinging forward, hover at the bottom, and then up, put the weight in your lap, and then lower down, and then up. Up, and lower down. Keep up with that tempo. One more full repetition. Good. 3, 2, 1. Switch sides. There we go. Keep it up. We got 10 seconds left. At least one more full rep on this side. Good. All right, let's transition to those single arm rows. This time we're gonna hold at the top, row up. There we go. Work those upper back muscles. Keep them engaged, keep them tight. Work that lock off strength. One more full repetition. Lower down and then up. And then switch. All right, and go. That's it, you guys. Good work. Woo! Keep it going. One more full repetition. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Push-ups. Transfer down to the ground. Select the variant that you want to work for this last round. And then get to it. Lower down. And press up. There you go. And again, as you get tired, make sure you keep your elbows within that 45 degrees of your torso. Do not let them flare out past 45 degrees. There we go. And try to keep everything tight. Keep breathing. Getting tired here. So focus on form. Form is number 1. If you need to take a regression, take the regression. We've got 10 seconds left. One more full rep. Press up. 3, 2, 1. Done. Planks. All right. Again, You might be feeling fatigued. So take the version that works best for you, whether that be still the full plank, knee plank, hip plank, or a bolstered plank. And then hold. Keep breathing. Belly breathing. Work on expanding your belly while you're under tension. It's going to feel hard to do that at first. Being able to maintain that steady breath while under tension is clutch. I always say the core is key. If you have a strong core and you can breathe, you can do just about anything. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Done. We got one more exercise. Overhead tricep extensions. 1, 4, 1 tempo. Hold for 4 at the bottom. Press up, lower down. Keep your elbow forward. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Switch sides. That's it, you guys. Keep breathing. Almost there. Keep it up. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, good job. That's the end of the circuit. Put the weights down. Take whatever position feels comfortable to you right now. Breathe. Get some water. Whew. Solid work, everybody. I like the effort. I see people sweating bullets. I like it. All right. How are we feeling at this point? Who's ready to stretch? I am. Good. So take a few more seconds here. Steady yourself. So all these stretches can be performed either in a chair or on the floor. Take your preference. And get one more swig of water, a few more nice inhales and exhales. All right, and we're gonna start with a little cat-cow. So if we're up in the chair, hands are on your knees, you're gonna work on pushing your belly forward, looking up at the ceiling, inhale, and then exhale into the cat, pushing your back towards the backrest, looking down at your belly button. Exhale. Inhale to cow. Pushing the belly forward. Looking up. Exhale to cat. If we're doing this on the ground, you just take a quadruped position. Inhale to cat. Looking up the ceiling. Pushing your belly to the floor. Exhale to cat. Pushing your back up to the ceiling. Looking at your belly button. Exhaling. Good. Take whatever variation feels good to you. This is not meant to be strenuous. This is meant to be easeful. There you go. Take those steady breaths. Nice, easy oscillations through your spine. Good. And this next one, you have the option of a knee hug or a posterior cuff stretch. So for the knee hug, you can do this seated in a chair, grab your knee, pull it to your chest. You can also lie on your back, grab your knee and pull it to your chest. So let's start with the left knee, pull to your chest, or the right knee, whichever one. And then if you're taking the posterior cuff stretch, where you're gonna take your left arm, reach it across your body, take your right hand, reach underneath, grab hold of your elbow, gently pull across your body, get that stretch in the back of your shoulder. And then work on adding just a gentle oscillation, gently pulling your knee to your chest, gently pulling your arm across your body. And think like you're trying to rock a baby to sleep. Easy oscillations. Steady breathing. Good, and then switch sides. Take your right hand, reach it across your body, take your left hand, grab hold of your right elbow from underneath, and then gently pull. You should be cradling your right arm and gently rocking your right arm, baby, to sleep. If you were doing the knee hugs, you can switch to the other side. Good. Next, we're going to do a tricep bicep flow. So you're going to reach your right arm up over your head like you're trying to scratch your back. And then take your left hand, add a little overpressure. Stretch that tricep. And then exhale. Reach your hand behind you as far as you can, like you're reaching for something in the backseat of your car. Stretch out that bicep. And then bring it back up to the tricep. Stretch. And then flow between those two positions. Nice, easeful stretching. Get into those end ranges. Try to keep your chest as square as possible. This is going to help optimize particularly the bicep stretch. Good, one more. And then switch sides. Taking your left hand, reach it behind your head like you're trying to scratch your back. Take your right hand, add a little overpressure. Stretch that tricep. Exhale, stretch your bicep, reach behind you, and then flow between those two positions. Work on a nice opening of your shoulders, your triceps, your biceps. Good. Next, we're going to go into a cactus stretch. For those of us who might be doing this, who want to do this in a half kneel, you can stretch out your hip flexors. So have one knee down on the ground, one leg is up. We're going to start with your hands and elbows together, our elbows bent 90 degrees. Open up to the cactus pose. Stretch your pecs. Exhale to overhead. Inhale to cactus. Exhale, close. Inhale, open to cactus. Exhale, reach over your head, touch your thumbs together. Inhale, cactus, and flow. Good. If you're doing this, the hip flexor stretch, switch sides. There we go. Get the nice squeeze in the back, stretch in the front. One more. All right. Now this is what everyone came here for, Shavasana. Lie down on your back. Face up. Allow your arms to just sink down by your sides. Allow your legs to lie wherever is comfortable. Focus in on your belly breathing. Close your eyes. And then allow your hands and your feet to become heavy and sink into the ground. Bring that focus further up the chain to your elbows and your knees. Allow those parts to also sink into the floor. Traveling yet again a little further up the chain to your shoulders and your hips. Allow those areas to soften into the ground. And now we'll bring the attention to the middle of your body. Allow your sacrum, your pelvis, your low back to sink into the floor one after the other. As you go from your sacrum to your pelvis to your low back, then allow your upper back and ribs to sink down. Really soft. Allow your neck to soften in your head and allow those areas to follow the rest of your body into the floor. Slowly, start to wiggle your fingers and your toes. Start to roll through your wrists and your ankles. Allow gentle movement in your elbows and your knees. Start to gyrate through your shoulders and your hips. And then wiggle through the rest of your spine. Whatever direction feels good, just wiggle like a worm. Allow everything to just move in whatever directions feel good. Sit on up and open your eyes. All right. Good job, you guys. Jorge, are you asleep?
No, I was about to sleep.
Almost got him. Okay. All right. So, how was that workout? Good.
I liked it. I don't know if it was because the deadlifts for the 1 to 4 or 4 to 1.
Yeah, 1 for 1.
Oh, okay. I don't know if it was that, but it has like my back kind of like not sore, but the muscles kind of burning. And since I can't really feel it, it's kind of like a numb muscle burn.
Yeah, let's wake up some nerves there, huh?
Yeah.
Excellent. Good. What was hard about today?
Deadlifts.
Deadlifts.
Deadlifts, yeah. Push-ups always for me too.
Mm-hmm.
Always challenging.
All right. Excellent.
Blank.
Great fundamental exercise, so that's why they keep showing up again. And then, who's got fun plans for Halloween? I know Bonnie has some crazy setups at home. I don't know what I'm gonna do yet. I was hoping to create a candy shoot, but that might fall through. All right.
We just got ours together.
Mm-hmm. All right. Good. So, you guys have a great weekend. Do something fun for Halloween, and I'll see you guys next week.
Thank you.
All right, thanks, Brent.
Thank you so much, Brent.
You're welcome.
Bye.
Bye.